Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. It's that time to Russ talk all sports. Bringing it to you just like we do. Son and Pops. What's good, y'all? What's good, Pops?
Hey, I'm excited. It's so good to be on the mic. Always rocking it. You know what? I want to send a quick shout out to my boys.
Yeah, we got to do that. Pop it off, pop it off, pop it off.
Congratulations, Colorado Avalanche.
Because it was a blast. Me and Pops were out there for the celebration parade. It was a great time. We had a great time with all the fans, and it was awesome.
And being behind, we had VIP access, so we got interviews. I mean, it was just great.
It was
had
fun.
a great time. You know,
it was real fun.
It was good. What you got, babe?
Well, we've been having a lot of fun, but it's time to go ahead and get straight into these sports. Go ahead and peep that title, food. It's the NFL season coming up.
Yes.
We're going to give you everything you need to know. Not by a full book definition, but if you've been asleep or if you say, hey, there's been so much that's been
busy.
going on. Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of
like
things
the
going
rest
on.
Of us,
life, you know.
We're going to give you
inflation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
$7 gas.
Economy and stuff. But we're going to give you a recap real quick, guys, of everything you should need to know going into the season so you feel comfortable as far as where the NFL is at and heading into this season.
Yes, let's go.
So there was a draft. There was a trade. A lot of teams got a lot of big pickups. Some pretty big games going on. So we're going to try to dabble on what we can here. First off, I got kind of a boom or bust situation for the pickups. I'm going to start with the acquirements and the trades that were made because we don't know what these draft picks will be yet. I know what these players are, so I want viewers and I want Pops to tell me, and Pops had some good ones too, so feel free to dabble into this as far as these acquirements and trades that were made, whether it's really going to help the team / player or not. I want to start off with kind of the hot one that was really big. I didn't see coming. Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins, kind of per se old news.
No one saw that coming.
This is off-season stuff you can't miss. So boom or bust for the Dolphins and Hill.
I say bust. He didn't have a quarterback. So if you have nobody to throw the ball to,
I don't know about he doesn't have a quarterback, but it's definitely time for Tua to
show up.
Show up. And that's what I had this one. We won't really know. We can't put a big boom or bust on this one. If I had to say anything, man, until they show us bust.
Wait and
because
see.
Mahomes has already proven. Tua's not proven. And they've been in the league for almost around the same time. Okay,
I'm still
moving
going
on
with a bust. He
needs a
quarterback.
I'll ride with you on
that. He needs a quarterback.
Bust. Viewers, go ahead and jump in. Devontae Adams to the Raiders. Boomer bust for the Raiders and Devontae.
You know, at $141 million, I'm expecting, and it's the tandem now with Carr and Devontae coming back. They were in the Mountain West. Not that matters. It doesn't matter, Mountain West.
College teammates.
But, they're college, they're reuniting. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Boom or bust. Just roll the dice.
Possible.
So he says boom. And
I said maybe, but
I can't even lie. For the Raiders, that might be a boom. They know how to get the ball downfield, and that boy has hands.
Yeah, but will the coaching staff put them in position to be successful?
We'll see.
I mean, Josh McDaniels getting his
for the
second round of head coaching. I mean, it's a new organization. It's a lot of changes.
I'm still gonna go boom.
Okay,
I'll go boom.
You got a boom on that? Okay, yep. Boom.
Pops wasn't as high up on this one, so maybe you can tell me why. But Matt Ryan to the Colts, along with Phillip Lindsay, behind a Jonathan Taylor, who's a monster. Boom or bust for the duo. Package them. Matt Ryan and Phillip Lindsay to the Colts.
I don't expect much out of Matt Ryan. It's not like, I just don't. It's Matt Ryan.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything in years from Matt Ryan that would make me be like all excited. I mean, I'm more excited about
what if the new scenery would be good for him since that Super Bowl loss. Do you think that could be the case?
Is Indy the place for him?
Why not?
If they had said Carolina or maybe
they have a great run game and a stout D. Why wouldn't that be the place? So then
he doesn't need to be the savior.
Exactly. Thank you. I was going to say he doesn't have to be Superman.
He's experienced, quality quarterback. I'm not taking that from him. He's my Fitzpatrick.
I hear a lot of from the tone bust. Is that your?
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Because there's no jubilant excitement about it.
I look at how the Colts finished the season last year, y'all, and I think with a veteran quarterback with that run game that they had, all go boom, baby, bust, moving on,
baby, bust, baby.
Hey, fair enough. Broncos fans, Dallas fans, how you feel? Don't get too rubby on this. Randy Gregory to the Denver Broncos. I don't know if you've done your homework on your boy. I don't know if you saw him on Dallas, but he's kind of like a guy like Chubb. If we can get this cat healthy and then line him up on the other side of Chubb, the whole Mack and Bosa situation.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, I'm hear me out. We might be matching that if we can get those two cats.
I don't think it's Mack on
boom or
there.
bust.
Bosa
Boom or bust. Just go with the boom or bust.
Undetermined at this point.
Okay, because
we'll see.
When I told Pops about when he saw the Randy Gregory, he wasn't. Speaking of the Cowboys on TV, but he wasn't so high up as much as Randy as I was. I'm just feeling like let's get the dude healthy, and that could be a big boom for me. I'll go boom.
Okay.
All right, moving on quickly. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. We could probably do a full episode on this, but I want your quick take. Watson to the Browns. Now it's established, and we'll talk about this later in the season. Don't go too deep in this. We know he's going to be suspended for 6 games, and if you want to talk about that later about the whole,
they're appealing.
We'll talk about that later. But boom or bust for the trade for the Browns. What that does for the Browns.
It's a boom.
Yes, always got to be right.
It's a shine. It's a
Thank
boom.
you.
It's a boom.
Even with Baker as your prior quarterback, I'm going boom as well. I think that's a pretty easy one for the boom or bust. Julio to the Bucks. That's recent.
That didn't thrill me. That did not thrill me. It's like, you know what? Is it the same Julio Jones? I mean, yeah, he's got TB back there. It's just
you don't know if it's a Titans Julio or the Atlanta Julio
or Atlanta Julio. It's just that's like saying AB's coming back for what?
But hold on, wait, pause. Just before
Antonio Brown.
Just before we go on to our next one, I would put some respect on what AB did last year for the Bucks. Man, he showed up there and he was definitely a contributor to what they did, and as far as that goes, I'm pretty sure he took
off his jersey and walked off this field.
Okay, we talked about it in a different episode. All right, dude definitely did that, but number wise, he probably put up some more numbers than other receivers in the league who probably had bigger names.
Okay, what's his role?
So let me put it this way. Oh, his role is he's part of a 3-headed monster in Godwin, Mike Evans, and now Julio Jones. He's probably the 3.
So he's not the premier. Is he number 2, number 3?
No, he's 3 now, and he's still a baller.
Okay.
I'm going boom for that. With Brady at your quarterback, bruh. Boom. Boom, baby. All right. Okay. Whew, let me bring it back down. Juju to KC. I'm going bust. Flat out bust.
I would agree.
I don't even care.
I would agree.
Get salty and get in those comments. Bust.
I would agree.
I don't even have much to say about that.
They're trying to scramble to save that.
Go score some touchdowns and do your TikTok
never let
stuff.
Tyreek go.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a whole lot to deal with.
Would you take Tyreek or would you take Juju?
Yeah.
I think that's done. Thank you. Moving on.
Yeah.
Baker to the Panthers, which he's in quarterback competition with Sam Darnold.
You know what? I'm gonna just watch football this year. I'm so excited. So I don't know.
No,
Baker's really salty.
Segment.
He's pissed.
Take it.
He's pissed. I'm gonna say boom.
Yes,
I'm gonna say boom because you know what? Exactly. You don't just say, you know what? We don't like you so much. We can't even tell you, but we're gonna bring Deshaun in here. And, you out. It just, I was your boy.
Well, Cleveland
so are they trying to say stop making these commercials?
No, I feel like Cleveland feels like they're on the hump. And I think that Cleveland feels like Deshaun would take them over that. I don't think Baker's a bad quarterback. I don't think Cleveland thinks that. What I think is that they had found a better asset on the market that was available because of circumstances.
Define on the hump. I think the
Super
Bills
Bowl.
are on the hump. Cincy is on the hump. I would even give you
any sports fan with acumen up here would say the Bills are in the window.
No, not the Bills. We're talking about the Browns. They felt like they were on the.
I just said on the hump. You said define on the hump, and then you switch it up. You think Buffalo's on the hump?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, that's a good comparison. But what I said, I think
Cleveland is trying to build.
I think Cleveland thinks that's what.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
I think Cleveland thinks they're.
All right. They can think that all they want.
But let me. I mean, this is a whole. Like I said, we do a whole nother segment in this. Cleveland may not get past Baltimore, and the Steelers. Okay, I'll give you the Steelers. But I think, man, in Baltimore alone. So moving on before we get too far into a whole other situation.
All right, we got to go.
Khalil Mack to the Chargers. Boom or bust. Let's just roll with it.
I'll go bust. I said I like you. Really?
Yes, because I don't feel like he's going to be the same Khalil Mack that he was.
So that's what I said too. But it's Khalil Mack before the injury. I'm more excited that they got J.C. Jackson. But at the same time, I put here in yellow, we got two that's called Surtain and Darby. So I'm not really worried about Khalil.
Boom or bust for Khalil Mack, bro.
I'm gonna say bust.
Bust, me too. I'm going. And
we're gonna see. We're gonna study it.
Fans, go ahead and prove us wrong.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Miller to the Bills. Boom or bust for the Bills. Just a team who we talked about who's on the cusp. The window's open.
He's on the hump. Yep.
We saw what he did for the LA Rams.
Yeah.
Had a few sacks in the Super Bowl. Boomer bust. Come on, let's roll with
But
it.
I said our beloved Vaughn to the Bills. I said, you know what? He tends to be MIA during regular season, but in Super Bowl, no, he's a beast.
More bust for the Bills and Vaughn, bro. Vaughn got the long-term contract.
I don't want to say like a bust, but I'm gonna say like he doesn't make them better.
I think he does.
Okay.
All right. So let me put this way quickly because we're rolling along. In that game that we saw, that was one of the best games me and Pop just talked about the other night. It was like one of the best games in that we've watched in football.
The KC Bills game.
Last game when the Bills played KC, it was back-to-back down to the line. Von Miller could have been a game changer in that specific game. I go boom for the Bills and
you know what?
Vaughn.
I'm gonna roll with you. I'm gonna go boom.
Okay, great.
Because it's Vaughn. I mean, yeah, he's got paid
Just
too.
think about that
It's
game.
a boom.
That
I'm gonna go boom.
He comes around the edge and gets one of those on Mahomes. And
All right, wait. What about Amari to the Browns?
With Deshaun Watson, and it come week 7 when he comes back and they play the Ravens, which is one of the games I'm looking forward to. I think that we'll really see how that plays out. Jacoby Brissett.
If Alex and the group can put Amari in situations to win and help them, then yes, I think it's a boom. But right now, it's Amari.
I like
His
Amari
record
on the Cowboys. I think he shouldn't have left the Cowboys, so I'm going to say bust.
In 2021, he only had 68
I'm not even a Cowboys
receptions.
fan. He shouldn't have left the Cowboys. Cowboys should have figured that out. I'll say bust.
Exactly. Okay. 68 receptions for 865
Last one
yards.
I got here for you.
Right, go ahead.
Hold
What
on.
you got?
You're busting all numbers. Go ahead. Run with those numbers.
No, I'm just saying. Just him going there. He only had 68 receptions last year for 865 yards. It's not a threat.
So he had under 1,000 yards.
Yeah, it's not a threat.
All right, so I'm going bust.
Yeah.
Tyrann Mathieu leaving the KC Chiefs to the Saints. Good for Matthew and the Saints. Or he's not interested. He's not intrigued because he doesn't feel like the Saints are in a position to make any real moves, right?
They don't have a quarterback.
You don't feel like they're going to compete with the Bucks.
Jameis Winston
has been re-signed.
That's your quarterback. That's it's not Drew Lock down in the Bay.
I'm sure we miss them, y'all. And y'all got some acumen
Who
too.
missed them?
No. The Garage Talk All Sports. This is all sports. So maybe we missed a few big time trades.
Okay, yeah.
People
yeah.
are like, oh no, you missed my boy. This is my team. All right, let us know. But and also let us know about the Boomer Bust.
Wait. You didn't do the premiere, bruh.
Come on, with it then.
Russell to Denver.
Oh shizness. How? Oh my! I must as well crumb this paper up and throw it on myself. All right. Man. He's giving all this radio stuff today, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. But I still have to go boom. When you get a quarterback who's shown what he's shown and a team like us who's needed a quarterback, I think that we've at least got one. Now let's play and see what happens. So I'll go boom.
I said that it's a boom, but caveat. Russ has much to prove, not just to the Mile High City, to the NFL.
I agree. All right, we'll see how that goes. We both go booms. All righty. So real quickly, as we kind of wrap this up, y'all, not even really wrap it up. We'll do what we got to do. But I want to kind of tamper because this is all you need to know going into the NFL season. The draft took place. I thought this was a unique draft in the fact that it was so defensive dominant. So yes. I have the top 10 here, but I really want to stress on is that the top 5 were all defensive picks. These teams, honestly, to me, were like scrub teams who needed some help. So let's see if this really helps their team. Kind of similar situation to the Boomer Bust. Does this really help their team? Number 1 pick, the Jags took a defensive end and a Trayvon Walker. They got their quarterback last year. Yeah. I think when we talked about this, I like that pick for the Jaguars. I think that could really be helpful. It's a foundation block.
Go ahead, go.
Okay, so you agree?
Yep.
All right, number 2, the Lions took a defensive end as well. And they played with a lot of heart. I think they got their quarterback in Goff. I think maybe
did they need an end?
I think that would have took maybe that or receiver. But I also told you these picks were predicated on what else they took in the draft, and I don't have all those extra numbers.
Right.
So maybe
That's
they
fair.
did pick up some other stuff.
Yeah.
But I like the pick for that the Lions at that. Anything you want to snip it off?
No.
All right, moving right along. Where the Texans, and they took a cornerback. I saw some stuff on today on Training Camp Live. Everyone's saying they took the best player off the board. Fine.
That's what you do when it's your pick.
Okay.
The best player that's on the board at the time. It may not be
with a caveat. Yes, exactly. With needs. And I feel like they had bigger needs. So I took that as not the greatest pick, even if he was the most talented player. Because listen, We just said it about Surtain. Dad's like high on Surtain because dude is like he's rocking at this training camp. But let me put it this way: your defense can only do so good. They can only keep your offense off the field for so long. If your offense is not producing and your defense is staying on the field, even the best of the best are going to buckle at some point.
Yes, sir.
That's why I don't like that pick for Texans.
Okay, moving on.
All right, moving on. Jets, and I like this one. DB. Number 3 was Derek Stingley. Let me put some Derek Stingley Jr.
Yeah, I
some
remember
respect
that
on
pick.
this.
Yeah.
And number 4, Ahmad Garner, DB for the Jets. And I like that. They have their quarterback. They have some receivers. I don't know about your running back picks, but again, I don't know what else you took in the draft.
No,
I like the pick.
I didn't do anything on the draft. I'll let you rock that, but
Okay.
I didn't do anything.
Number 5.
I was wooed, but and I'm not big on first round picks. I'm a 6th round guy. So
Yeah, because you find
Brady,
some gems. You found the gems.
Terrell Davis,
Russells and
yeah,
stuff in the world. Okay. Alrighty, and number 5, Thibodeaux, Kayvon Thibodeaux to the Giants. Thibodeau, probably it is.
Thibodeau, yeah.
To the Giants, defensive end. I feel like you have a quarterback, you have a running back.
Who's the quarterback? I know.
So,
Yeah.
and he knows.
Being funny.
We talked about Jones a lot of times. But ultimately, I like to pick.
I'm not saying it's a bad pick.
They need some spice on that defense.
Yeah,
Giants. They're not going to compete in that division without some more powerful defense. You got the Eagles, Jalen Hurts coming up. You got Dak in that. You got the Commanders who want to put some, make their way into the league. So I like to pick. Overall, y'all, what I'm trying to get is this: as we go into the NFL season, look out for those teams who were kind of at the bottom of the barrel, who took some of those defensive picks, who feel like they had their quarterback solidified, and let's see how that plays out. If your team took a really big or odd or great pick and we didn't get to that, drop it in the comments and let us know. Just as we wrap up the show.
Wait, I have something important. I just want to throw it out there to everybody.
Go ahead.
We should have opened with this. Yeah, we gave homage to my boys, the Avs. But you know what? Bill Russell, you know what? I feel like a jerk, a dumb butt. I wish I could say the real word. How did I not think to put Bill Russell on my darn Mount Rushmore? And everybody's already heard of his stats.
Pause. We're going to have to come back to that.
Yeah.
We're coming back to that.
Yeah, but rest in peace, Mr. Bill.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I told Pop, I'm not doing it right now. I'm coming back to that because then he has to realign his whole Mount Rushmore. We're not doing that right now.
I already did, too.
Sticking on to the NFL and leading on to this season, some things I kind of want to look into as we wrap up the show. Bill Belichick going with his second-year quarterback now, Mac Jones. Let's see how the Patriots go in that division. Tua and Tyreek Hill. Buffalo on the mound. And I actually have that down. Can Buffalo seal the deal? Can they get to the championship? They lost in the last final moments to KC.
They are poised.
Ask me what's new, Pops.
What's new, Pops?
No, ask me what's new. What's new.
What's new, son? You said ask me what's new, Pops.
Right, like smoothly. Like you supposed to like what's new or what's
baby,
good.
What's new, baby? What's new?
All right. What's new is
Jabroni.
that I'm telling you, what's new is that the Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks, who have had long-time quarterbacks for the longest time, enter into this season trying to figure it out. Will they have
the
quarterback
and
Drew Lock and Geno? So they're trying. Will the longtime Steelers, Big Ben and everyone, and Russ and the Seahawks, will they be able to maintain? And so that's what's new because those two teams are not used to that.
When Art Rooney finds his quarterback, he's going to be committed to him. That's the one thing I love about the Steelers organization.
Okay, but what does that have to do with Mitch Trubisky?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with it.
So moving on.
They're going to be terrible for a while, but then when they find that quarterback,
so you're making my point.
They're going to be committed to
because
them.
the Steelers are not used to subpar quarterback play. But anyways, I want to see how that plays out. I want to see how Watson plays out. I want to see how Baker plays out. I want to see how the season plays out. I want to see KC dive off a cliff. I want to see the Bills get the job done if the Broncos don't. Anything else you got, Pops?
Real quickly, 30 seconds. I am so excited about the next decade of football. Just thinking about when I grew up and those decades and eras, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, John Elway. That was, I can give you 100 names. That was great football. And then the Troy Aikmans came into the world. And then, Joe Montana's. All of these guys. Now look at this era. We're getting ready to see good football for the next 10 to 15 years.
Talk to me about this. Elaborate.
Aaron, Patrick, Russell, Deshaun, Joe Burrows, Josh Allen, Dak, Lamar. We're getting ready to see some quality football for the next decade. I am so excited.
And then we got
I'm waiting to see what rivals come out of this.
Yeah.
I put down some notables.
Thank you.
Justin Fields.
Yes.
What's he going to do? We don't know, but he needs to get into that level of, and give the kid time. Don't beat him up. Don't rush him. Jalen Hurts. I got to put him in my notable hopefuls. I'm not looking for him to do great things this year, maybe in his third year. Here's another one, Trevor Lawrence. Give him time. Let him develop. Zach Wilson, Tua, and then Daniel Jones. Those are all of my notable hopefuls.
That makes for good football.
If all of these 12, 15 guys come out, we're going to be watching some darn good football over the next decade or so.
We've had some studs come out, some wide receivers.
Yes. We can always count on raw receivers. I think the one thing that worries me most is I had to think about
running backs.
How the industry is changing.
I need some more backs.
Yeah.
Some more healthy
it's like
backs.
the NBA. You don't necessarily need a big man anymore. Because the big man is kind of like a forward now. He's not a center.
Pops doesn't like. He's like old school, so he thinks that the big man needs to rub
elbows
and put up 5 points a game and 21 rebounds.
But I'm not dumb enough to understand that the league has changed.
Know how to put up 30 points and 25 rebounds.
If you saw Kareem, I'll squash it.
All you need to know about the NFL season. I'm sure there's a little bit more. I kind of gave you my highlights.
Kyler Murray, do your homework.
Oh, man. Y'all going to do him like that? We're going to wrap this show up like that. Because I guess we got some film studying to
$230 million. You got to go study.
All sports. Get in those comments and make sure you hit that subscription button. We had a great blast with y'all out there in the parade. So we're going to get out into the streets and have some more fun like that. Because that was popping, y'all.
We out.
Drop the music.